Hi everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Freedom Fridays. I'm Afan, a former investment analyst and a startup growth advisor. In the previous video, I talked about how I achieve financial freedom with my simple rule of 1, 2, 3, 4. In today's video, we are going to talk about the 1 or the 10% bucket, which is your leisure spend. These are the funds that you use to gift yourself something nice for the hard work that you've been doing and to make sure you keep performing every day. Now, the questions I want to discuss here are: should you spend this immediately, or should you save up for some time to gift yourself something more meaningful? Can you spend on anything, or should you focus on certain different product categories? Well, everyone is different in terms of their likes and dislikes, but I believe anyone can benefit from creating some rules. I have created 3 rules for myself, and here they are. First, I don't spend on something that is purely incremental and loses value instantly. For example, I never buy a phone before 3 years unless I have issues such as with battery life, phone storage, and so on. I have an iPhone 14 at the moment, and I didn't even think about the 15 or the 16. With the 17 released recently, I have been thinking about it. But to be honest, with my current phone, I'm super happy and there are no issues at all. So I'm reflecting on whether I need to upgrade or not. Second, I tie my leisure spending not only to my monthly paycheck, but also to some important life goals, milestones, or special occasions. For example, completing an important project, hitting an important life milestone, and so on. And these goals I have set in advance for the year ahead. Because I think spending not only to the monthly paycheck, but also to some special occasions or hitting life milestones, that means I accumulate a little bit of this leisure spending bucket, and then I am able to spend it on something that is more meaningful and falling in the category of luxury. Now I know what you might be thinking. Luxury, isn't that something expensive? But here's the twist. When done right, buying luxury can actually be a financially savvy decision. Let me explain with the help of an example. So, most of us are used to buying things new, be it clothes, accessories, electronics. But here's the problem: they lose value instantly. It's like taking a brand new car off the lot. The moment you leave, it depreciates. Now, imagine this: instead of buying a fashion watch for $300 to $500, you save up 5 6 months and get yourself, let's say, a pre-owned Tudor Black Bay. In this case, yes, you are buying pre-owned, but it's a luxury timepiece and it will retain its value and sometimes it might even appreciate. The same goes for luxury jewelry. Buying pre-owned will get you that piece at a steep discount versus retail and it will retain its value. So what's the benefit? You are converting spending into an asset, something that you can resell, trade, or even pass on to the next generation instead of something that will immediately lose value. Now let's talk some numbers. A brand new Tudor Black Bay might cost you over $4,000. A similar pre-owned model would be somewhere between 2,500 to 3,000. And if you decide to sell, you might get the same price. Worst case, you will lose 5 to 10%, which is a minimal loss compared to if you look at the price of 4,000 plus versus 2,500. That's a minimal loss, especially when compared to buying something new and generic that's worth nothing after a year. I purchased one 2 3 years ago, and when I wanted to upgrade to another model, I sold it off and I actually sold it for a little higher than I purchased it for. So, in conclusion, buying pre owned means you are limiting downside risk or you are limiting losses. When spending on pre-owned luxury, you are not losing value. In fact, you are preserving value. Now let's talk about something even bigger, sustainability or conscious consumption. Now, this is personally very important to me in everything I do. For example, when I travel, I think of taking a train versus a plane to save on carbon emissions. This is also where buying pre owned comes into the picture. It means less manufacturing, less waste, and less energy consumption. It's a form of recycling, but with style. You are giving luxury items a second life by making an eco conscious choice. In a world where fast fashion and overconsumption are hurting the planet, buying pre owned is a way to look good and do good. Now, this isn't just about watches or jewelry, it's about the thinking mindset or shifting your mindset from buying something that is cheap and disposable to buying things that are quality and durable. It's about thinking long term, asking yourself, will this retain value? Can I resell it? Is this going to be an asset or just an expense? When you start thinking this way, spending becomes smarter. You build a wardrobe or a collection that is not just stylish but also financially sound. So, next time when you are tempted to buy something new, ask yourself these three questions. Can I get this pre owned? Will it hold its value? Is it a wise investment? Thanks for watching. If you made it this far, consider subscribing to my channel. And remember, smart spending isn't just about spending less, it's about spending better.